for so long. Something seems wrong.
Hello, all you boys and ghouls out there. Oh, we've got something special tonight. We're going to be doing ourselves something a little spooky, a little kooky, a little wacky. We're actually going to be talking about some scary things tonight on Better Homes and Habitats. What we're going to be doing is actually a scary story. I am planning on reading a fantastic scary story. In fact, this website, which is called Fright Bites. Let me see if I have that command working in chat right now. It'll happen at some point in time. What it actually is, it is a website that is the equivalent of a haunted house. It is an online, a digital haunted house. And it is available at frightbites.com. Now that's BYTES. I've posted a link in the chat. It's this website that I stumbled across while looking for text adventures. Magic Girl Allison, who is a pretty neat streamer. In fact, I want to go ahead and fire up a link to her. Girl Allison. She was doing a particular text adventure sort of thing, and it was a really, really cool experience being a part of all of that. And what I wanted to do, I was thinking that, you know what? It's October, it's Halloween, it's the perfect time to do stuff like this. So this is definitely something I wanted to do with you guys. Now, hers was more multiple choice, and I will do a multiple choice one here maybe later this week. But I wanted to do just a simple one. We're going to test it out, see if this works, if you guys dig it, because I'm going to try to throw in some voices and stuff like that as we go down this journey together. And we'll be able to add the element of you guys choosing where we go. So I think that that's going to be a lot of fun. But, excuse me, hello, the Gray Cat. Welcome to the chat. Now, before we begin, I do want to test one thing here. Make sure I have the right button should I need... There it is. I couldn't remember which button gave me that cool effect, but I think that there's going to be some places where that will be very useful. And also, we're going to need some spooky music to go along with this, and I have us covered with that as well. So, hello, Matricula. Thank you so much for tuning in to the spooky story that we're going to be doing. Now, at some point in time, I will probably do some scary stories to tell in the dark kind of stuff. In fact, I've got my... I've got my copy of one of the greatest books ever penned, or actually collected, scary stories to tell in the dark. This is all 3 books put together. I even have a variant cover of the 3rd one that's all shiny and whatnot, and I have had so many copies of scary stories over the years because for me, I grew up reading that book. It was the book that I checked out the most from the library until I was finally able to get my own copy, and I wore that down. All of the volumes, all 3 of the volumes, I wore those bad boys down. So what I want to do, I realized I wanted to try one other light here for mood. Ooh, do we want to go with the blue? Because see, I've got a nice big red light. And yeah, that was kind of giving an interesting, like, dead vibe to me. All right. So, if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. And we're going to start this story in just a moment. Now, as you can see on the website, we've got, well, it's Fright Bites. It is the website. I dropped the link in the chat earlier. Now, this website, as I said, it is It is a virtual haunted house, as the creator told me. I did reach out to them and ask permission to do this with their stories, and they were hesitant because they've had some people kind of use it to make fun of haunts and whatnot. And I was like, dude, that's not going to be a thing I do. So I got the permission, and here we are. And so just to give you guys a little bit of backstory into the universe, we are traveling to Salem's Marsh. And Salem's Marsh has long been forgotten, but there are many dark secrets buried here. Do you dare uncover them? Oh, we dare. We dare. Now, the lights behind me, by the way, they are blue, and they're showing up really nicely blue because of the LUT, or the LUT that I put over it, so I'm really happy with how that's turning out. All right. Welcome to FrightBites.com, home of one of the first virtual haunts. See if you can survive the torturous twists and turns in our haunted domain. Domain, see? Because it's online. I like that. Your decisions will determine your fate in our interactive horror stories. So I'm hoping that some of these will have choices that we can make along the way. Many have come before you. Sometimes in the quiet stillness of my tomb, I can hear their screams. Such delicious music to my ears. Many of the stories are graphic novel text adventures where your decisions affect your fate. Some of the stories have multiple paths and different story endings. You are the star in the stories, either as a hero or as an unfortunate victim. The stories are slowly roasted in evil thoughts and deeds with a heavy glaze of nutty madness, and served with a side of fear, seasoned with mystery, and sprinkled with goosebumps. Now begin your journey and travel into the many haunted realms of Salem's Marsh. Farewell, foolish mortal. See, that would have worked better if I'd said the foolish mortal part, but I pushed the wrong button. I didn't push this button. I pushed a different button. All right. So I don't know about you guys. I am super stoked about this. Super looking forward to it because I've only kind of just kind of blazed through a couple just to see how they worked and stuff like that, and I was super stoked. Now, and you can see that I've clicked on a few of them. Now, fortunately, Carol, the gray cat, she was super awesome and kind of took a look at a few of them, and she told me that she felt that a really good one to start with would be Salem's Marsh Asylum. So I think that we will begin with that one. I'm not sure how many we'll be able to get through tonight, but we'll see. Now, before I begin, I believe we need just a little bit of mood music. And if it needs to go louder or quieter, you let me know. As we go to Salem's Marsh Asylum. Deep in the hollows of Salem's Marsh, long abandoned, forgotten, silent, the decaying asylum rests with evil secrets. It waits for one to enter and explore. Inside spirits implore, go on, open the door. Salem's Marsh Asylum, established 1910. Welcome to our patients and guests. You can always rest assured that your loved ones will be cared for with the utmost respect and best medical treatments available. No one is ever turned away. No matter the nature of the mental condition, we have facilities to house and treat patients with mild mental disorders to those suffering from more pronounced mental instabilities, including the criminally insane. Our staff of highly trained professionals are here to care for the helpless. Perhaps long ago these hallways were fresh and gleaming, but the real truth is that this place was painted with blood. fear, and torture. We journey to Salem's Marsh Asylum Records Office. There are file folders for the child, the cook, the laughing man, the doctor, the weeping woman, and the administrator. The cast of characters for this evening's adventure. The asylum is haunted by these spirits. Restless and angry, refusing to be forgotten, they demand their stories told. Artifacts and documents may be found by one brave enough to continue to explore. Salem's Marsh Asylum. A great evil swept over this place. Like an epidemic, something washed over the asylum, turning the staff into bloodthirsty maniacs and many patients into helpless victims. The massacre went on for 3 days, unreported. In the end, as both patients and staff were accounted for and bodies identified, 6 subjects were missing, never to be found. What happened to them? Do you want to know a secret? They are still here, waiting to be found. Some things should stay forgotten. Oh, who am I? It matters little. Once I was like you, curious and alive. Now I'm nothing. I am mere dust, sometimes stirred up in this stagnant dead air. For now, I will be your guide during your stay at Frightbite Salem's Marsh Asylum. Tragedy and evil both reside here. I cannot help you. Only warn that you may meet the same fate as I, forever trapped in this nightmare. Look closer if you dare. Select a subject to begin your asylum journey. The unknown awaits you. Now, before we choose our next option, now that changed what I wanted. There we go. So, I will let you guys choose. Shall we go with the cook, the weeping woman, or the doctor first? Just respond in chat. The Weeping Woman. Well, this female subject, age 30, was found dazed and confused, not knowing who or where she was. Her physical and mental state both fragile. When found, her fingernails were torn and bloody as if she had clawed her way out of something. She was dressed in a dirty black dress that was stained with blood and mud. Asylum staff were startled when she began to weep. Falling from her eyes were not teardrops, but blood. I am fascinated and must study her further. The weeping woman is small and frail. She almost disappears into the walls. She never resists anything required of her. In her waking state, her behavior is either softly sobbing or standing trance-like at a window as if waiting for something or someone. She will not eat. Despite force feedings, her corpse-like appearance increases with each week. She has an odor. It's that of rot. The bloody tears come at night once lights are dimmed. While examining her in the cell, I observe strange yet all too familiar drawings on the walls, drawn with her bloody tears. Shall we do the cook? I think we shall. The cook was once on staff here. He was not my first choice to hire, but he was willing to work for little pay. You get what you pay for, and from the start he was vile, unpleasant, and a horrible cook. His employment ended when a patient went missing. The head was found in the cook's room. Declared criminally insane, the cook is now locked up here at Salem's Marsh Asylum. The cook has been disciplined yet again for his filthy habits. His personal hygiene is deplorable. Dirt, blood, and who knows what else is caked under his nails and smeared on his face and body. He spits chewing tobacco and blows his nose into a pot on the stove, then forgets the contents and proceeds to cook in it. I now bring my own food into the asylum. I examined his quarters and found items he had stolen from female patients. I also found copies of love letters. I believe they are meant for the weeping woman. Thank you for the follow. Now we'll move on to the doctor. Well, this handsome fellow is yours truly. I am simply known as the doctor. Why the mask, you ask? Well, working with the insane is dangerous. Years ago, my nose was severed from my face by one of the lunatics. I was hired 25 years ago and oversee the asylum for the administrator. My position allows me to try new treatments and radical surgeries on patients. This I enjoy very much. Some say too much. I have finally found my place in this world. How lucky it was that I was there to intercept the telegram intended for my sickly brother. Before my brother's death, he was a highly regarded physician and surgeon. He not only treated sick bodies, but treated broken minds as well. My brother was on his deathbed when the telegram from the administrator of Salem's Marsh Asylum arrived. This was my chance, and I took it. Pretending to be my brother, I pursued the job offer. Little do they know that I am but a lowly mortician. Working with the dead is so much easier than the living. And now the laughing man. Well, this male subject was admitted to the asylum at age 48. His mental state very unstable, and shackling in the deeper floor of the asylum was necessary. He is called the Laughing Man due to his unending, crazed laugh. I will need to try new treatments to get through to him. In the meantime, I performed an experimental surgery and bolted a metal piece to his jaw bones to stop his laughing. Now, I have used various drugs and treatments to stop the man's infernal laughter. It's hideous and goes on and on. He is now in a straitjacket to stop his nasty habit of drawing on his cell walls with his own waste. The drawings are nonsense, but I've seen them before. I shall place him in the lower levels of the asylum away from the others. I may have to use other more forceful methods to quiet him. He annoys me. I have something very special waiting for him, and am quite excited to try it. I can practice my surgical skills. Oh, no one will hear him. I doubt he'll ever laugh again. And now the child. The child, a female aged 10, is an orphan. She was delivered to us by the police. Her parents were killed in a most savage way. The child is the suspect. She will not speak, and as her doctor, I'm losing patience. We will begin a series of new treatments on this subject. She is now in deep isolation. I call it dark therapy. This will calm her. She has bitten the head nurse twice, so the child is now muzzled. A note from the administrator asked me to focus on the child. I was granted permission to perform all forms of treatment to probe her mind and stimulate reactions. Within minutes of interaction with the child, I sensed a darkness about her. She can beguile with her innocent beauty, but behind all that is a bad seed. I have placed a mask over the child's head as a reminder to all not to be tricked by her facade. She bites. She is evil. The child is morbidly afraid of the dark. I shall place her in dark therapy. I imagined her cell and then examined her cell. Didn't imagine it. I examined her cell after she was removed and will study her strange drawings. Hello, swaying Aria. The administrator oversees every aspect of the asylum. In all my years of being the supervisor, I have yet seen or spoken to the administrator. All I know is that she is what remains of the Salem family. We assume she is stricken with illness. A rumor whispered in the asylum walls was that a young nurse, new and becoming lost in the labyrinth, found herself at the entrance to the administrator's personal domain. She did not go further, as she was overcome by a horrible stench of rotting death. I do not tolerate idle gossip. I have never met or seen the administrator, but we communicate by notes. She is a descendant of the family that founded Salem's Marsh. There are many dark secrets the family tried to bury. Perhaps if I dig deep enough, I will uncover something that they do not want revealed. If I present it just right, it will not seem like blackmail. The administrator is said to live in a private wing here. Looking at blueprints of the asylum, her living quarters begin and end at a wall. A secret entrance leading underground? But why hide? And now we will continue the story. A case of mass hysteria? Why are all the inmates drawing the same thing? Last night I felt something touch me, soft and light. Bat wings, perhaps? It startled me from a sound sleep. I know indeed what evil I intend to do, but stronger than all my afterthoughts is my fury. Fury that brings upon mortals the greatest evils. Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell. The lack of sleep and the drudgery of dealing with the inmates of the asylum is taking its toll. If I were not so greedy, I would give up this charade and leave in the middle of the night. I do not feel well. Every night that thing wakes me. I'm no longer able to sleep in my own bed. Imagine a grown man afraid of the dark. Whatever has infected the asylum has infected me as well. The dark thing drops over me close to my face. It's spider-like, but with tentacles. It plants dark thoughts and images into my brain. Upon entering my quarters for the evening, I was immediately greeted with the smell of sulfur. There will be no sleep for me tonight. The dark thing appeared again last night. For the first time, I was able to catch a quick glimpse of it. Its skin has strange markings or symbols. The best description of them is alien, yet very ancient. Am I as insane as the inmates here? I need to break free from this madness, but how? I know how to end this madness. The four of them are conspiring together and turning more against me. The dark thing told me who they are. As the asylum doctor, I have all of the power. They will suffer. They will all suffer. Tonight I will sleep like a baby, enveloped in dark energy and sweet sulfur. and taking in the wisdom of my new master. Down the stairs and deeper into the asylum madness you go. It knows you are here. You have been warned. Behind these doors are the patient's wards. A violent and merciless hell on earth. The spirits implore, go on. Open the door. Add a little bit of effect when I can remember for this guy. These are the rooms once occupied by the child, the weeping woman, and the laughing man. The kitchen, the cook's quarters are here as well. The spirits are anxious to communicate with you through this Ouija board. They may speak of the past and the present as one, since time means nothing to them. The administrator and the doctor both knew of the dark energy that possessed these individuals and were hungry to capture it. Only one knew there would be consequences too horrible to imagine. Chat, which one should we go into first? The child's room, the woman's room, the laughing man's room, the cook's kitchen, or the cook's room? You know what? I believe that these will just give us a little bit more information. So we'll do them in turn, actually. If you make me mad, you'll be sorry. My mommy and daddy made me mad and I hurt them. The dark thing told me I would get a new dolly if I hurt them. Now I live here. I don't like it. I'm someplace cold and dark. There used to be others here, but one time there was lots of yelling and screaming. I wanted to play too. If you let me out, I'll play with you. The dark thing wants you to find me. I didn't mean to do it. You can't. They let me forget. All my life, I've tried to run away from the dark thing that haunts me and whispers to me at night. This place is evil and filled with monsters. Now I'm trapped here and cannot escape it. Maybe if I stay silent and barely breathe, it won't find me. I began a diary that helped ease my fears, but I had to hide it to keep my secret safe. If you find it, burn it. I hate the hideous flowers I keep finding in my room. Death is rich. The dark thing whispers this to me since I was a child. The dead are buried with treasures. I robbed the dead and paid a high price for my sins. Locked inside a crypt by a force that would not let me escape. The plundering corpses come to life. I was surrounded by the walking dead who stared at me with cold eyes and skeletal smirks. Then they began to laugh. The sound was hellish and would not stop. They laughed and laughed and laughed. Come laugh with me and laugh at death. Find me. This place is a hellhole. But if I want a roof over my head, I'm stuck here just like the rest of these crazies. The dark thing says it can help me, but I have to do something for it first. I have to steal some medicine. The head nurse is a drunk, and a mean one at that. When she passes out, I'll steal her key. The dark thing says I'll know what to take. Maybe I'll take her head and heart, too. Oh, the only bright spot in the world is her. If I do as the dark thing asks, it says I can have her. I'll bring her to my special place so we can be together forever. She won't try to get away like the others. I had to punish them for betraying me. Well, she loves me. The dark thing told me so. To stop her bloody tears, I'll bring her one of my special flowers every day. And now to continue the story. Death whispers, darkness heeds, immortal savagery, insanity. Have you visited all the patient rooms? If so, we may continue. This hall will take us to the courtyard. Once outside, there are two paths. One leads to another wing of the asylum. The treatment rooms and morgue are there for you to explore. The other path will take you to the hall that leads to the cemetery gates and the marsh. Due to repeated desecration of grave sites, this gate will be locked. Visitors or staff seeking entry to graveyard must arrange a time to open the gate with the cemetery groundskeeper. You may leave him a message at the nurse's station near the patient treatment rooms. Enter through the morgue. The cemetery path is locked. You have no choice but to continue through the morgue and treatment rooms. I'm at home in this morgue. The charade can be dropped and my skill as a mortician can be used once again. Opening and examining everything inside a body reveals all its secrets. The dark thing has told me all the answers lie underneath the skin. The administrators commanded me to find and harness the dark energy of 4 patients. What the administrator wants me to do is both compelling and exciting, yet at the same time it terrifies me. I've been promised great rewards for success and greater punishment for failure. The task is to find the darkness in each of those patients and join them together to create a darker, more powerful energy. I believe it will be used to open something, a portal perhaps. What will come from this portal, I don't know. What creature will I create from joining those 4 together? Skin and bones fused together, stitched and cauterized. Oh, my tools are ready. First, I shall perform a lobotomy on each of them and inject a paralyzing drug to stop them from trying to avoid my blades. In all creation, mine will be the most magnificent. The world will bow before me. The dark thing told me so. It's clear now why the administrator selected these 4 patients for our little experiment. Each one carries such darkness within them. The child has evil dripping from her pores. She's just soulless, just a vessel that carries nothing but pure rage and wickedness. Driven by greed and corruption, the Laughing Man opened his own gates to hell by desecrating graves and stealing from the dead. The disturbed now haunt him endlessly. The former cook has a disturbing past. His depravity is mirrored in his appearance. Beady, darting eyes, rotten teeth, pocked, greasy skin with pus-filled sores, filthy habits, and ugh, such a stench. His soul is horrifically ugly. He's an abomination. And the Weeping Woman has been a mystery until now. Her hidden diary was found. Her part in this experiment is very different from the others. Her guilt, shame, and extreme fear will be the fuel. The dark energy of the other three needs to be nourished, after all. The Weeping Woman will feed it long enough to be brought forth into this world. It is good to see that you have survived the asylum journey so far. Few have made it this deep into the facility. Sadly, those souls were plunged into madness. To reward you, I will tell you a secret. The Weeping Woman's diary is at the nurse's station. There is a hidden panel on the side of the desk. Do not linger over the diary. The longer you stay here, the closer you become to being imprisoned here for eternity. Thank you for stopping by, Swaying Aria. I appreciate it, and thank you for the follow. It's only a matter of time before my diary is found. They keep me in the treatment room hours and hours. I know they search my room looking for it while I'm away. The doctors question me daily about it. He tries to trick me with his questions, but my silence protects my secrets. This torment knows no end. Every day is one painful treatment after another. The worst part is spending these nightmarish days with those 3 other patients. God, they terrify me. Evil is what they are. Why am I here with them, you ask? I deserve it for what I've done. What was my sin? Oh, there were many. I was a struggling young woman alone in the world. My opportunity to uplift myself came with being accepted as a nanny for the most beautiful baby. The parents were wealthy and eager to accept me into their family. Oh, I cherished the baby and my gratitude to the mother and father eternal. They trusted me and I loved them for it. On the fateful evening, I checked on the baby and was horrified to find it cold and still. What had happened? Panicked, I looked again and saw the bruises around the tiny neck and head. Who did this terrible thing? Then in the corner of the room, a slithering black shape was forming. It whispered to me with many voices to hide all traces of what I had done. The darkness soon shrouded the room in my mind. In a trance, I carried out the commands of the dark energy that had taken over my thoughts and actions. I don't know how many days I lost, but when my senses returned, I was digging in the dirt. My fingernails torn and bloody, my clothes ripped, muddy, and smelling like smoke. What I pulled out of that small grave was a baby blanket. Memory flooded back. The baby. Where was the baby? Was it alive somewhere? Where was the baby? More memories came to me. Horrific memories. Rushing back to the home, I was met with nothing more than smoldering ruins. The house and the kind couple were gone. After all, it was I who had poured kerosene throughout the house, and lastly pouring it all over their bedroom before striking the match. I murdered them all. To cover my shame and guilt, I turned everything into ash. But what haunts me the most is what happened to the baby. I swear it was dead. But why did I find just a blanket? Where is the baby? My soul will never be at peace. My bloody tears a testament to my stained soul. We dance round in a ring and suppose, but the secret sits in the middle and knows. Your secret is your prisoner. Once you reveal it, you become its slave. Now you carry the burden of the Weeping Woman's dark secret like a curse. The cemetery groundskeeper is here. He will give you the key to the gate. From this point on, I will not follow you. This is the Salem family crypt. Even I fear the evil you will find within. The administrator of the asylum dwells in these catacombs. By entering this tomb, your fate may be sealed to spend eternity in tormented insanity. Now, chat, should we go into the crypt or not? Hello, Janet. Welcome. So glad that you are here. By the way, what we are doing right now is we are actually reading a fantastic story from Fright Bites. And in fact, while we are taking a moment, while you decide whether or not we go into that crypt or not, I'm going to fix that command that will relay to you when and where you can find more of these stories that we're doing tonight. There we go. Now we've got the story command working. All right, you guys want to go inside the crypt, so we shall. The final plans have been delivered to me from the administrator. As terrified as I am, still I cannot help be drawn into the supernatural intoxication. I shall release the former cook into certain areas of the asylum so he can play his role to create the perfect atmosphere. Of course, he must return to us after his task is complete. His delivery of the drugs to both staff and patients of the asylum will bring the level of psychosis to a most demented and crazed level. Blood will flow and fill these walls. The dark energy will consume all of it. Using the host incubator, this dark energy will have a vessel to enter this world. So much power will be mine. So much has been promised to me. The crypt tunnel takes us on a downward journey. At the end, a brick wall marks the end of the tunnel. You touch the wall. It shakes and crumbles. A red-hot molten landscape is revealed. What is this place?
Welcome to our domain, mortal. I have been the keeper of these gates since the beginning of time. This place is called Purgatory. It is a realm of madness. The dark energy is being born into a physical form. Soon it will be ready to leave this realm and feast upon your world. It has such hunger. Follow me to the inner sanctum. This is your moment. What you have been searching for since you began your journey into Salem's March Asylum. The answer awaits you. Go on into the flames. The child, the cook, the doctor, the laughing man, they all played their parts. The doctor was such a fool. He was the first we attached to the machine of sorrows. You should have seen his look of surprise. It was quite humorous. One by one they were fed to the machine. Slowly it fused them all together into one quivering mass of evil. All except one, that is. A vessel was needed to mature so much dark power. Who better than the Weeping Woman? Who better than the Weeping Woman? The dark energy had chosen its mother, if you will. Its young tentacles that were finally formed flesh burrowed into her body and fed on her abundant fear, guilt, and shame. Much time has passed, and the Weeping Woman is spent and empty. The dark energy requires something more to consume. It has picked up the scent of something wrapped in darkness. It smells you. Of course you had to make this journey. This madness is your destiny. Torment your reward. Evermore.
You now power the machine of sorrows. Your life force slowly and painfully draining. Tentacles burrow deep into your skin and organs. They will make their last meal last a long, long time.
Let me show you what we have brought forth.
Monstrous tentacles flay in the billowing smoky fire. The thing is hungry for the flesh of the living and thirsty for blood. It will not be contained here much longer. With each brutal hammering blow of powered tentacles, the barrier between the realms becomes weaker. The soft, swampy soil of Salem's Marsh will be the evil creature's path to escape. Madness will rule. Darkness will fall. This ends your descent into the nightmare of insanity. Was it all in your mind? Maybe you are truly insane. The old asylum still stands alone and forgotten in Salem's Marsh. Restless, trapped spirits roam the decaying halls. It is said that some nights a baby's cry can be heard, and candlelight with a woman's shadow can be seen moving floor to floor, as if searching for something. What is lost and cannot be found. Another soul lost forever in the pit of purgatory. The dark energy will feast on its new host's soul. Soon it may be strong enough to break the bonds of purgatory and darken your world forever. Well, this has been the administrator's plan. She is a demon herself, and now she holds the key to unleash unspeakable horror. She's waited a very long time. Remember her name, Mardis Salem. I must leave now. Another curious visitor is at the asylum door. Farewell. All right, and hey, we made it! Our very first story from Fright Bites. I hope you enjoyed it. Dang it, that was a lot of fun. No, you did not walk into a playthrough of Amnesia, Janet. Was reading a story from Fright Bites. Felt, as I'd mentioned before, I'd seen Magic Girl Allison, who is a delightful streamer. Let me drop her shout out again. Magic Girl Allison, I believe. I believe I did that right. Let me click on the link to make sure. If not, I will send you the right one. Nope, that was not it. Magic Girl Allison. Oh, is there a period in... Oh, okay. I gotta remember S-O. Boop. Space. Gotta put a space in there. There we go. Okay. What, are you still... You doing it again, you big jerk face? What are you doing? Alright, that's something that I'll need to fix. But anyway. So, I'll try it one final time here, but this time I am just going to grab the daggone thing and... Wait, that's still not it? What the heck? Anyway. So yeah, so this is essentially, it is a... Maybe I was just spelling it wrong too, that could be. But this is what's referred to as a digital haunt. So something I stumbled across the other day after watching Magic Girl Allison do a similar story. One from a that is available in an app. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's just a really kind of cool interactive sort of thing where the audience gets to make choices as to where they go. Very choose your own adventure. And I have found some of those, but I wanted to test out to see if you guys dug kind of a read through on a story before we get to some of the more interactive ones. And so I'm seeing that some of you guys thrown out that you dug it, so which is very cool. I'm glad that you did. Let me switch over. There we go, so we get the full screen experience. So yeah, so this was, and I had reached out to the folks from Fright Bites, and they were very sweet to let me play around with some of their stuff here. They have a whole bunch of different stories that we will hopefully do, since you guys dug this, leading up to Halloween. And hell, let's face it, I'm probably going to do it afterwards too, a little bit here and there, maybe, because that was fun. But also wanted to say that music is Midnight Syndicate. They are like the leading musicians for haunts. They put out entire albums that haunts use, and it's amazing stuff. Just very great, just background music for haunts. I believe they started off doing stuff for Dungeons and Dragons, but then they realized that, well, they can make a lot more money off selling it to haunts. Which, yeah, fair enough. Well, Matricula, just so you know, you said that you would watch this again. We also have, it's here. So we started off with Salem's Marsh Asylum. There are a few other stories as well. Got The House, The Carnival of Terror, The Betrayed Zombie Invasion, The Hauntings 1 and 2. So there's a sequel. The Haunted Inn Purgatory, and a few other things throughout the site. Now, I did want to say that this website, frightbites.com, I want to make sure that that's floating nearby in chat. Now, this site has been going for, I believe they said right around 20 years. That these stories have been up there, and they've seen different incarnations, whether Flash or what we've got now with just the graphics. Which I think the presentation is fantastic. It's really cool. One thing I want to learn is kind of the style and how they do that, so that way I can switch back and forth between the characters. I did get a little lost in the performance of that, because there were a couple characters. I wasn't sure which character I was following, which character I was. So, and that was on me. But I still liked how it all turned out. Very interested in the carnival one. Maybe there will be clowns. Possibly. Well, I do know that I mentioned that Carol read through some of them, and chose this one and the carnival, I believe, as ones to definitely do. And she's not a huge, like, she's fine with clowns, but she's not too much of a fan of haunt clowns. So I figured that it must be pretty okay if she was recommending it. Now, since you guys all made it to the end, I want to give you a very specific amount of pointaloons for surviving, for making it all the way through. That's right, you guys all got 666 points for everyone. Don't say clowns suck, Carol. Come on, we've got a professional, delightful clown in chat. You know better than that. Oh, and you know what? Since we've still got a few minutes, hold on a second here. Let me just transition for a second, so hold on just a minute. Ooh, you heard me sniffle. I forgot that I had the board hooked into this one. So, I wanted to show you guys something. Yep, the light's back on. So that way I can show you guys some stuff. So, I finally got my Monster Rangers Kickstarter from a few months ago. If you're not a member of Monster Rangers, totally free. It's fantastic. It's really great, inspiring. I think tomorrow I'm going to be doing some more drawing for their for Rangertober. But their Kickstarter happened a while ago, and finally got the stuff. It wasn't that they took forever to get it to me. It was the first successful Kickstarter I'd ever done, and so I didn't know that there were other things, like things that I was supposed to send, or not send, but it was like a thing that I had to fill out. I just didn't know about it. So I finally did. Ooh, there we go. Get a little bit more color back in me. Switching my loots. There we go. Although, before I forget, those are regular ones. Let me rename that one to Haunt Story. Yeah, you guys like the look that I had before when I was doing the story, the lighting and stuff like that? Please let me know if you liked it. All right, so the stuff that I finally got. And by the way, Carol, if you could type in the website for Monster Rangers in chat, so anybody who is not aware of that will know what's up, I would very much appreciate that. And now, just to show some of, you know what, that's probably going to take forever. So I'm going to, yeah, because they sealed all of them. All right. So first of all, the badges. These are all of the badges that we unlocked by contributing to the Kickstarter, and I will try to show you all of those. I may need to get a letter opener or something like that. But first of all, one of the things that they do whenever you order something from Monster Rangers, they give you a bag. Now, normally when it's something that you've purchased, you will get an original hand-drawn just a little doodle or something on there. They're always gorgeous, lovely, and delightful. This, though, because it's part of the Kickstarter and they had a metric crap ton, I think they just used the stamp of this adorable little guy. Thank you, Matricula. I worked really hard to on these overlays and hoping to get them kind of looking neat and stuff like that. But so they always throw in some extra little stuff. So got some stickers, which because of the light you can't really see. There we go. Stickers. And I have my membership card. Bow. And some of the extra stuff that they threw in. So I got a little bat eraser, which, how cute is that? Focus on it. It's too small. There you go. You see that? And even a little Godzilla. Now, so for the stuff that was a part of, and kind of some add-on stuff that I did. First of all, got my chevron, my Monster Rangers 2018 chevron. Got the Monster Rangers handbook, which this is small, but it's this is the second one, so this is all about cooking. And I mean, it's super pro looking. I'm still trying to figure out if they print these themselves or where they go. But you've got recipes for, like, look right in the middle. Please don't eat monsters. They can be dangerous, but but most often they are our friends. Also, they taste bad. But everything, and these are actually all, if I remember correctly, these are all recipes thrown in by other Monster Rangers. I think I may do a very special episode at some point in time that is all about Monster Rangers. There's a lot of really cool, neat things about them. So that is the little Monster Ranger cookbook. I also got some cooking card. Wait, what's the word for it? It's, cooking cards. It's not cooking. Recipe cards. Wow, really? Couldn't remember that. So some recipe cards here, and as you can see, these are all original artwork by Daniel Davis. Oh my God, am I really blanking on his name? Jeez. Yeah, Daniel Davis and Donna, I think, does some of the art as well. And these are super pro. I mean, they print all the stuff out. It's not like, you know, it's not some jackass just printing stuff out. I mean, these are very professionally made things. This will be hanging up at some point in time on the wall here. This is certified as official member. It's my certificate of being a Monster Ranger. I love this nerdy stuff. It's so delightful. And some of the artwork, some prints that we got. Got Me So Angry. Got Saki To Me. I mean, these are adorable. And Soy Happy. So obviously these are adorable and delightful. But the coolest thing, besides the badges, and I will try to open those up and show them to you here in just a little bit. The big thing about this was the Monster Rangers with the inscription and stuff like that. Spork. By the way, these are all handmade. You can. I'm not sure if you can see. You can see all the little dings where it was hammered out, and it's shaped. It's irregular. It's definitely not just kind of just factory made. These are all, you know, lovingly crafted and whatnot. So these are really, really cool. It's a spork. And so that's probably going to end up on the wall at some point in time. Put all these down in here. And I think, actually, what I might do, because I think it would be easier, all of the badges, if I go to Kickstarter.com, Monster Rangers. It was the membership drive. Here we go. So let me... if I remember correctly, I believe it was the feast. Yes, I had gotten the feast. And so... There we go. Let me see where all of the... I think you go campaign. So all the stuff that we ended up unlocking. So got the hand-forged spork. That's real metal too, man. There's the handbook. There's all the things. And see, here's my favorite things about Monster Rangers is you get these little badges. Okay, some of them you earn by doing creative things. Some of them you just buy if you dig them. But this is the cook one, which should be in there. I think that was the very first one. And then these are all the ones that we unlocked. So there's a Ranger badge in there. We've got a Corn Star badge, the Gob Chef badge, Chef Minotaur, the Doom Cherry. That was the one I was super stoked to get. The Chicken badge, the Waffle badge, the Skull Bowl badge, the Cauldron badge, and the Cursed badge. So all of those are all unlocked, and I should have all of these here. So makes me very happy that I got the Minotaur Chef, the Corn Star, the Cauldron, the Gob Chef, Doom Cherry, Skull Bowl, Waffle, Chicken, and Cursed. So at some point in time, I'm going to have, well, I've already got the shirt, but I think what I'm looking for is some kind of like an adventure pack that I can actually put all the badges on, and that'll be something like a bag that I tote around at cons where I can kind of keep stuff in, and that way you guys will be able to see all those. The other thing that I was thinking about was actually maybe excuse me, doing something like behind the wall or something like that where I have all of them and whatnot. So what I was told was that that they're going to aim to put them in the store. I'll just check here real quick. And you can check out their stuff, monsterrangers.com. Or if you just want to check out some of their really, and that's the creative side. And honestly, I think everybody in chat is, there we go. That's a usable link. Everybody in chat is a creative person. And so I think that there's stuff that you guys would all dig. Matricula, there is a music badge that you can get, a music challenge. And you know, I was able, I didn't think I would ever get that one. And when I made the promo for them and sent it to them, for the one that we use on GRD, they were like, okay, yeah, cool. We really like that. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Make sure you put in for the Scout Song badge. And I'm like, the what now? Now it's a Ranger song. I was like, but that's not a song. He was like, it's audio. Do it. And I'm like, all right, fine. Okay. So I did. Yeah. So just check out monsterrangers.com. It is totally free to sign up. And you can even get free badges from those challenges. Let's see here. So this was so this is some of their just really awesome artwork and whatnot. The plastic fangs. I really want that cipher card one because I love that. It looks like it's not quite loaded. That's so genius. But oh yeah, and the candy corn. So the Monster ID cards, these right here, those were the ones that I had showed on stream when I was drawing the other day. Making you want to be productive. Like what? Leave my stream and go do something else? Jerk. But yeah. So who runs this? Don and Daniel Davis. Is it Daniel? I don't know. I feel like a jerk. You know what? Here, I tell you what. The best thing I can do is play this promo so you understand what's up. They're out of Arizona, by the way. Been trying to get them to possibly come out here, but it can be a little difficult for them to come out if they're like, you know, not guaranteed to make a certain amount of money. Just because of having to bring all of the merchandise and stuff like that in there. But I'm going to play this for you, and this will give you a little bit of an idea more about them. Well, let me try to make that just nope, because I don't want to mess up the window. Here we go. Oh, I know I can do. I can do this. Wait, what? No. Stop it. What are you doing? Ah, YouTube. Be a jerk.
My name is Van Davis, and I believe in monsters. I find them, I study them, I protect them. But they need our help. And that's why we're starting the Monster Rangers! A Monster Ranger is kind, odd, honorable, spooky, thrifty, and irreverent. Does this sound like you? Maybe you could join the Monster Rangers. There are monsters among us, but they hide in plain sight. Some rare people can still see monsters if they could just imaginate them. Imaginate is my patented method to see monsters. This 7-step program requires self-discipline, imagination, and candy. With our Rangers program, you'll gain confidence, self-reliance, and the ability to see monsters. In the Monster Rangers, you can earn spirit badges for being a good agent, patron, or helper. Some you can buy because you like them. Others must be earned and are
Those
never
are the
for
old school
sale.
ones that were actual
You can stitch
wood
them on your uniform
and
or
not,
satchel, or trade them with
not the
other
actual
Rangers.
iron-on,
But most
sew-on
of all,
badges that
wear
we
them
have
with
now.
pride. Remember, register your badges at monsterrangers.com. This is the car claw, the symbol of our order. Believe, study, protect. Caw! Let's take the pledge. I pledge to believe.
I pledge to believe
And study.
and study
And protect.
and
Our
protect
monster friends.
our monster friends.
Caw! Welcome to the Monster Rangers. In monsters we trust.
So that's the Monster Rangers. It's a little rundown. And I mean, like, you know, the video is delightful and the website is tremendous. I have a lot of fun with all of that. I want to show you some of the challenges real quick. Because again, I think that pretty much everybody who's watching right here, even if they don't think that they would dig it, I believe that they would, because it is such a neat thing. Oh, wow, traffic. Come on, man. Come on, Capture, you're embarrassing me. Embarrass me in front of my friends. There we go. Assuming I remembered my password. I did. Yes, save that. So community adventure. Here we go. The missions. So most of these are super simple too. Show. There's the recruitment poster, and these are the badges that you actually earn. There's the recruitment poster, which is just print out the poster and put it up, take a picture of it, send in. I think you got to do it 5 or 7 times. Boom. That's it. The Monstrous Day, that's where you just post, have a monstrous day on somebody's Facebook or Twitter or something like that. That's it. Dapper Uniform is setting up your uniform. I don't have one yet, but the shout out. This was the one that earned, the one that I showed up on stream, earned because posting about the fundraising, it's late, words are failing me now. The membership drive, trying to get new members and stuff like that via the Kickstarter and stuff, raising the money that basically covers them for the majority of the year. You post, do it on specific days, you post the evidence in there, boom, you're good to go. Mission 5 is a story, is actually saying, you know, you write a story and then boom, there you go. The song, that's the one that I personally got for doing the audio promo. Art, you can just draw up a thing, draw a monster and boom, you're in. With that one, the Lost Cat Flyer, which is a delight. The Scout Film is a little film animation sort of a thing, which is, you know, pretty obvious. Now this one This one was just cracked me up. So you just download this flyer here. Lost best cat, okay. Is large size. Eat pies all kind. Loves Sky Moon. Makes no damn sense. All the broken English and everything. Need cat back, okay. No reward. You put in that code right there, 313 okay. Boom. You unlock a digital badge. And then the URL at the bottom, which is bit.ly/lost best cat. Okay. And yeah, people were wondering what the hell those were when I posted them all over the office. And you go to the website, boom, you get to see this cat. It's in a suit jacket. And boom, and then you punch in that code and you earn a badge. And if it doesn't work, you got to register first. And what are you registering for? Boom, they're forms. That's it. It's all totally free. There's a lot of, like I said, free stuff and whatnot. Or you can go in and pay for some of the, excuse me, really, frankly, awesome artwork, books, all kinds of stuff. Daniel and Donna Davis, they got their start doing a web comic back in the day, which unfortunately is not online anywhere. I've looked. I've talked to Daniel about whether or not it ever will be. He says at some point in time, but not quite yet. But yeah, so that's where they got their start, and now they work for themselves, create and put out this amazing art, and it's such a damn delight. All of their stuff. And it's got this really cool, quirky sensibility and sense of humor. And of course, is part of the reason why I was doing the art the other day, and will be doing some more, most likely tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Wednesday, but probably tomorrow and Wednesday. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in, turning out. I really hope you enjoyed the monster, the story and stuff like that. Did want to give you guys just a quick update on everything. Let me switch back over to we currently are 8 people away. 8 people away. Now, if you are in the chat right now and you haven't done this, you go click on that link, muenster.matricula.com, fill out that form. You get some swag just by following me, man, on Twitch. You get a restraining order or my digits if you follow me in real life. I don't know. Depends on the day. But yeah, so we are 8 away from getting affiliate. That is our goal. That is what we are aiming for. So close. It's right there. You can smell it. You can just smell it. And once we hit that, then that is our goal. Once we hit affiliate, that is where I can make, what my goal with the stream, aside from creating content, which I enjoy, but it is also to kind of help out the family, help out, make some money while I'm at home doing fun stuff, creating entertainment, creating content, working on my chops and stuff like that. So, doing all kinds of stuff. So, thank you very much. A+ from Matricula. I appreciate that. Thank you, Janet, for saying that nice thing. I did have a lot of fun with this. So you know what? I think what I might do is, I can't switch midstream to do the drawing thing, but anyway, because I want to do another story here soon. But either do the drawing. So either we'll do the drawing, do some drawing tomorrow, or we'll do another story, and then on Wednesday do the other one. Whichever one I don't do tomorrow. So guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys. I always forget to go over to my end stream. Always forget to do that. So but anyway, again, guys, thank you so much. Check out some of my favorite streamers as well. I need to fix Flaming Monocle's thing though. But anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. I'm going to learn how to shut things, make things stop at some point in time. Not there yet, but one day. Oh, wait. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. We should try to raid somebody. What the hell? Man, take a week off. Not even a week off. Take some days off. As what happens. You know what? Since I've been talking about her, let's go raid Magic Girl Allison. You guys will see. She's a delight. TVNKS for the stream. Well, TVNKS to you for tuning in, Matricula. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go raid Magic Girl Allison. She is the reason why we were doing a story. She's the one who gave me the ideas for it. So what we're going to do is we are going to raid her when we get there. When it naturally cuts over, just hit ! raid, okay? That's all I need you guys to do. So we are going to do that here in just a moment. And if you could, stick around for her for about 5 minutes or so. See if you enjoy her. If you do, drop her a follow. That is a very important thing. That way we can make sure that we are showing some love and paying it forward. So, guys, thank you again. Good night. I love you guys.